What is up, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we are checking out the band Sabaton and the track Bismarck. It is their standalone single. We're doing the official video today, which is done in conjunction with video game developer Wargaming. Wargaming produces World of Tanks, World of Warships, and World of Warplanes, among other titles. If you are not familiar with Sabaton, they are a Swedish power metal band that produces killer anthemic tracks based upon war and different battles. Wargaming have collaborated with Sabaton in the past. They did a video for Primo Victoria, one of Sabaton's fantastic tracks. Sabaton were featured as crew members in the game for their own tank, the premium pay-for vehicle, the Primo Victoria. It's a tier 8 medium tank. And they are pairing up again to bring you the story of the German battleship, the KMS Bismarck. Now, it's really hard for me to pass this up. I'm a huge Sabaton fan. They're a fantastic band. They're an amazing live band, one of my favorite bands to see live. I am a huge student of military history, and I'm a longtime player of World of Warships and World of Tanks. So, all the boxes have been checked. I know the video is going to be quality. I know the song is going to be fantastic. So we're going to check the video out, talk a little bit about some of the history depending on what they cover. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's have a little fun. The band is Sabaton, the track is Bismarck, and here we go. I like the lead in here. Really cool how they're introducing the radio broadcasts in here. Those little nuances.
So, did you find the boat?
Love the loading sequences. Getting the gear off, getting it ready. Got that big synth line coming in. The Primo Victoria, of course. Because it wouldn't be fitting otherwise. You already get that anthemic, bombastic feel that you know is going to happen if you're familiar with the band. Really cool accent line there. Love that little bit of pyro going on. Nice, strong groove here. Singer's got such a great voice. Really like how he's pushing the break in his voice, that upper register he's got. Love how present that bass is, thumping along here. Really strong lyrics here. I like how they kept all these sound effects in. It really works really well for the video here.
Across the sand.
do such a great job when they write their lyrics. They're so tasteful and reverent when they're dealing with these battles. Really cool little double bass flourish there.
At the bottom of the ocean, the depths of the abyss, they are bound by iron and blood. The flagship of the Navy, the terror of the seas, his guns have gone silent at last.
Great way to close out of that passage and open up with the solo here. I like that bit of control and that little bit of vibrato you use there. Really tasteful, still with a little bit of fireworks. Very well played. Love how prevalent that synth work is. It really helps drive this track. His toms sound huge. I like the way that double bass cadence changed. Just do a slow rolling cadence there. Really cool vocal layering throughout the track. A little bit of compression on his voice. It sounded fantastic. The video was incredibly well executed there. I like the end of that War Knows No Nation. Video is dedicated to those who fought bitter end Battle of the Atlantic. Outstanding. I love that they treated both sides with that sense of honor and reverence. That's really important to me. I think people, especially depending on your nationality, tend to get a little carried away sometimes with vilifying the other side. And it really is important to think about and understand that all sides, all terrible things terrible actions were committed and atrocities happened. You know, they still did their duty and fought. And as a combat veteran, that's something that's very important to me. It's a great track. It's what I expected from Sabaton. That strong, mid-paced 4/4 groove, big, powerful vocals, really tight riffing, great bass work, really well mixed, very clearly mixed throughout the track. Solo was incredibly tastefully done. It wasn't overplayed. They told the story very well. The video from Wargaming was put together in a fantastic way. They were able to touch on some of the important events of the Battle of Denmark Strait, in which the Bismarck was scuttled. Yes, said it. The Bismarck was actually scuttled, not sunk, by the British. During the Battle of Denmark Strait, after the Bismarck engaged the hood and sunk it, eventually it wound up getting struck by a airdrop torpedo from a biplane, a British torpedo bomber, and it damaged the steering. At that point, the Bismarck was stuck, turning in circles, and very large circles. And eventually, the crew realized that they weren't going to be able to fix it. They weren't going to be able to salvage the ship. And they scuttled it. They put their explosive charges to scuttle the ship and sink it on their own so it couldn't be captured by the enemy. Or their enemy. In that case, the British. And don't get me wrong, the British hammered that ship with a massive concentration of naval gunfire and eventually torpedoes from a destroyer. But when Robert Ballard found the ship in 1989 and they examined it, it was found that nothing penetrated the torpedo bulge and double hull. When James Cameron, director extraordinaire of many movies to include Avatar and Terminator 2, Terminator, Aliens, and other incredible films, The Abyss, they also dove on it and took a lot of footage, did a Discovery special on it, and they once again found that the damage inflicted by the British was not enough to sink the ship. At least not as fast as it sunk. Nothing penetrated torpedo bulge or the armor belts and got into the ship. And the conning tower was actually still pretty intact. But one of the biggest things about the battle, the running battle in Denmark Strait, was the fact that such a massive, well-armored battleship was really felled by naval aviation. And that was a massive turning point. It was a wake-up call for the Germans and also for the U.S. and naval doctrine really started to change at that point. The Germans wound up hiding the sister ship, the Tirpitz, in Norway in the fjords, and eventually it was located and sunk by British Lancaster bombers dropping massive 8,000-pound bombs on it, specifically designed to destroy bunkers and harden targets. And eventually, as things unfolded in the Pacific theater against the Japanese, the U.S. found that, and the Japanese found as well, that the battleship was becoming an outdated concept very quickly. The Japanese actually wound up refitting the largest battleships ever built, the Yamato and the Musashi, both the Yamato class battleships, the largest to ever be commissioned. And they even wound up not finishing the third Yamato hull. They eventually wound up trying to refit it and turn it into an aircraft carrier, the Shiano, which was launched prematurely and sunk by submarine before it was ever able to see any action. But that part of the battle was a major turning point in naval doctrine and shipbuilding, and it really kind of started to signal the end of the battleship. So a little bit of history there for you, something I love. I know the argument will rage about whether the Bismarck truly was sunk or scuttled, but the proof's out there. Videos are out there. You can find James Cameron's Discovery Channel special out there, and you can see the footage. So it's there. It exists. Like it or not, it was scuttled. I love that Sabaton did the track. I love the way they wrote it. I love everything about it. I think they did a fantastic job. And another massive hat taking off moment, if I wear a hat, to the combination of Sabaton and Wargaming. I truly hope this is not the last collaboration we see between the two. I think they've given us incredible collaborations and incredible videos, and they really do tracks like this justice together. So, what'd you guys think? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Do you enjoy Sabaton? Have you seen Sabaton live? Do you love them as much as I do? Do you think that their singer runs around like a possessed gerbil on meth? That guy has so much energy. He is insane. What do you think of the mix? What do you think of the track? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say. As always, thank you guys. I love you for the support. Thank you so much. Thank you to my law enforcement, military veterans, and first responders for what you guys do every single day. As always, you have been awesome. I have been Baldman. See you in the next one. Be excellent to each other. Keep headbanging.